Alrighty, so now that I've caught up on the DLC for the previous game, I can check out The Rise of the Golden Idol. But if you're just joining us here, there's a link in the playlist that'll let you watch my playthrough of the entire first game and both DLCs, because this is in fact a sequel. This is a investigative crime game in a way, except instead of playing as a detective who exists in the setting, assuming it's the same as the case of the Golden Idol, we're more of like an omnipotent observer of the narrative. So we're kind of solving mysteries and murders just for the sake of our own intrigue of understanding the story. And the things are still spiraling out of control and all the bad consequences are still happening. We don't actually catch anyone, as it turns out. So we're more observers. But yeah, we pop into a crime scene right when somebody just died, and we try to piece together the entire narrative from that one frozen snapshot of the entire scene, or whatever version of it they happen to be doing this time. Let's see how it goes this time. Hello. What's that? Constriction. A murderous way out. Ooh. Yeah, this game is immediately a bit interesting because the original Golden Idol was stolen from an island culture by, like, British colonial types, basically. And it all happened in an era where you're seeing people have, like, the dumb white wigs and all that other stuff, like that, a very different historical era. And so it's immediately interesting that when we get here, we see people on motorcycles and roads, and, like, we're seeing a pretty modern looking setting. So it seems like the thing that they're going for in Rise of the Golden Idol is that we've followed the Golden Idol now all the way through the centuries at this point, and we're going to see how it impacts a completely different setting, because I guess the Golden Idol must have persisted. In this game, you will solve scenarios involving murder and other strange events. You will need to do this by dragging words into the correct slots within sentences. Solve this puzzle. Police need to gather evidence to prove that the death has been a murder. Oops, there we go. The dragging looks different than it used to. Okay. Hello. To solve a scenario, you must first explore the location by clicking on all the hot spots and gathering all the words. Location explored. That's just a checklist for my objective. Got it. Baton. A rubber baton. Oop. I think this guy might be the guy getting murdered. A name tag. Morgue Braca. Prison, asylum, hotel? Okay, so this is different. It used to be that a bunch of text happened, and whenever text was around, we could click the underlined words of what people were saying and stuff like that, or what documents said, and the underlined words were keywords. Here we find something and it just kind of dumps a bunch of words on us that may or may not have even appeared on the screen, and it's specifically the names we are picking up are in a separate interface. This is very different. The words had a dedicated part of the screen before that was always visible, and now we have a particularly different thing, which is like all these different meters. Alright, so they very much made a new interface this time around. Got it. Oh my god. Got it. Yeah, we'll just collect all those real quick. Patients in Special Care Unit C. June 1977. Patient 200, Alexander Jensen, Pacific War veteran. 201 is vacant. 202, Oriel Toussaint, Professor of Ancient Lemurian History. There's our Lemurian history. Okay. So we're still connected to Lemuria, which was the culture that allowed the original story was originating around. 203 and 4 vacant. 205, Mason Turner, accountant, repeat murderer. 206, Ivy Hayes, beauty salon manager. Okay. So Morgue Braca is not any of these people, but I assume that's because, yeah, Morgue is an employee here. So we're trying to figure out who is the murderer. Probably not Ivy. Actually, I'm not trying to remember what gender Oriel usually is. Oriel. It might be Mason or Alexander might be the murderer right now. Sweet Pine cigarettes. A ring, yep, key ring. Making him a prime target to go after. Alright. And his outer layers have been discarded. Yeah, just like in the first game, the first murder is just straight up happening right in front of our eyes, so it's not that hard to figure out what's going on. Prom Napol Prom. Oh, what was Napol? We just learned Prom last mission in the DLC. We've encountered so that's the ancient Lemurian, is what he's speaking. A chewed cloth strap. Now I have every word. Straitjacket, redwood. So he chewed his way out of his straitjacket, it looks like. He's able to reach the straps with his mouth and chewed his way out. And then he is now using one of the straps to strangle this guy. And so words, names, and events. Here's all of our words. Hello. How you doing? How to play is just also here. Names. They want us to name the characters, which should be pretty easy because this guy's name's Morgbraka. It's a good start. There's a few more names to figure out about who this guy might be. Oh, I can drag it around. Ooh, this is a different setup. I think he might be Oriel Toussaint because that's the ancient Lemurian history person, and he speaks the language. Okay, so that's easy enough. We now have these names locked in. They're no longer doing the thing where the words disappear from your word list when they are used to fill in certain clues. So they've really departed from the previous game's interface, which might be for the best. I don't know, maybe. It did have a charm to it, the particulars of how it worked and how it would have it could almost be a little annoying and goofy. Like elements of it were kind of entertaining to deal with because it was like a kind of get used to the particular clunkiness of a particular game and just kind of like get familiar. So the blah, the blah 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 killed blah blah with blah from the okay. I'm gonna try to just put words together so I can start making sense of the sentence. Every single time this is just a fucking nightmare to look at because of how many blanks there are. Okay. Killed with a strap from a straitjacket. Okay, the professor, Oriel Toussaint, killed Morgbraka with a strap from a straitjacket in the Redwood? Because of that, yeah, the Redwood Asylum or something. What word are they using here? We're using a gray word. Oh yeah, asylum. There we go. Alright. Tutorial quickly vanquished. There we go. You solved the scenario. Oriel Toussaint, professor of ancient Lemurian history, chewed through his straitjacket strap and suddenly strangled Nurse Morgbraka in cell 202. Was that cell 2? I didn't even identify that part, actually. Lazarus Hurst was the leader of the Puritanical Order Party, which governed Albion from 1792 to 1795. So for 3 years. Not the longest legacy. Some claim he used a mystical golden idol to seize power. Nowadays, though, this is known to be a myth. That's not true, unless they're retconning the original game, which I don't think they are. Yeah, the golden idol is real, but it must have fallen back into obscurity after his fall because it's so powerful that it leads to people wanting to kill you for it. Because it has the ability to... It has many abilities, but the most noteworthy one is its connection to the Fountain of Youth myth, which is that it can suck the life out of somebody and put it in somebody else. So it can basically be used to extend your natural life at the direct linear expense of somebody else's. Hello. So this whole thing kind of filled in. Is this the... okay, so that's the new layout for this screen. So this is the actual case. This is the cutscene we unlocked from it. And this is the scene that... Is that the golden idol? Because that's definitely looking different from before. Alright. Number 1 on TV, The Curse. Reminds me of that movie about the talk show. That like Halloween talk show where like, we're gonna see a psychic here, and it all goes really bad in a Carrie kind of way. Welcome to Chapter 1, The Curse, in which a strange threat looms over New Wells. Oop. Uh-huh. Did I double-click or something? I feel like a scene should have... Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Was there a... I thought I skipped a cutscene or something. I guess not. So there's 3 TVs here. I guess we have access to one of them for now. Academic impact. The death of a brilliant mind. What was that previous screen? Was that just the events story? Okay. This must be like a longer arc. Maybe this is the chapter 1 storyline it was trying to show me, but I messed up a bit. We have no context for this screen yet, so we'll just ignore that for now. Let's see here. Yeah, this is just my words screen. So, blah blah and blah blah discovered the body of blah, which was there because blah the blah. Because he blah the blah. That guy. That's the body. Oh, looking a bit zombie-ish. I guess because zombies are dead. I'm very smart. The man is not breathing. He slipped on, went for, fell from, collided with. They gave us a lot of extra words this time around, I think. Sir, which of these speech titles do you prefer for the graduation ceremony at Imperial University? The shortcomings of Nowak's algorithms. I don't want to criticize my own work in an inspirational speech. In the age of computers, math is the new frontier. Not great, but will do. Criticize my own work. So his name's Nowak. He's probably a mathematician or something? Nowak. The body of, I don't know, Christopher Nowak. I don't know. Whatever his rest of his name is. Algorithms, yeah. Okay. A lighter, a key. John Robkin, 391 Pine Street, East Lake. Thomas Crow, 128 Darkwood Avenue, Kings Court. Caleb Reynolds, East Lake Manor, 714 Anselm Street. Haven't played Darkwood for a while. The game was really neat. So he's carrying letters and a map, I think. Cigarettes. Cigarettes, keys, lighter. Did he try to light one at all? Is there a discarded cigarette around? Because he might have just like slipped on the ice while trying to light a cigarette. It might have been a very incidental death. Let's close this guy up. So, who are you two that found them? Oh my god, is he dead, Cyril? Alright, well his name's Cyril. Oh, I don't have a slot for them yet. Dear Deborah, I am saddened to hear that Brandon's exams results have been rather poor. It seems your son has taken after his father. I warned you about marrying into that family. Mommy! Alright, well you're Deborah. There it is. You have an unsupportive mother. A wedding ring. They're married, so they share the last name. Probably. Bagman. Cyril Bagman. Alright, that's easy. Cyril. Bagman. Bagman and Bagman Mystery Agency. Alright. Car key and wedding ring. Oh, it took the key. Okay. As a word. So it looks like it takes the words even if you don't click on the stuff over there, too. I don't know. Oh, what should we do? He's dead. Oh, he slept on the stairs. That's pretty apparent, actually. Stairs are covered in ice and snow. Okay, so he slipped on the stairs. So, this one's pretty straightforward, it looks like. Cyril Bagman and Deborah Bagman discovered the body of somebody Nowak. We need to figure out his first name. Which might be actually just... oh, hello. Don't know if I recognize any of these from past stuff. He was going up there to get a cigarettes. He actually might have already finished. That does make more sense. You'd be less likely to die from slipping forward on stairs while you're climbing them, and you'd be like, it would be ugh! But like, if you slip going down the stairs, there's nothing to catch you at all, and you slam the back of your head into the stairs and stuff like that. That'd be like much worse than falling forward into your like arms and their crumple zone and stuff like that. I just referred to arms as if they're the front of a crashing car. The car's engine is still running. West Bridge 1, property of Sir Isaac. Arrange for a taxi to be here at 6 p.m. I have a meeting at 45C, Stockyard Street. IN. IN, like Isaac Newton? Sir Isaac, IN? Wait, really? Whose name was Nowak? Okay. Isaac Nowak. It's just a very funny comparison. Although Isaac wasn't a... Isaac Newton was... No, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a physicist. He would have technically had algorithms, I think. Alright, that's not so tough. Oh. Right, the actual events. Uh-oh. Are Deborah and Cyril just backwards? Is it gonna get me on that? Deborah Bagman and Cyril Bagman discovered the body of Isaac Nowak, which was there because he slipped on the stairs. Did he not slip on the stairs? I guess we could say he went for cigarettes. Still incorrect. The names are all correct. So this part should be fine. I'm sure it's like these are interchangeable, Cyril and Deborah, and they're not gonna mess me up. So Deborah Bagman, Cyril Bagman, Isaac Nowak. This all confirms that those names are all correct. And they're literally pictures of those three people in the scene, so I don't think it's just the... something about the verb or the noun that's incorrect. Is this the taxi? Did they show up with the taxi? I don't think this is the taxi. There's no taxi iconography besides the fact that it's yellow. I think they just happened to find the body while a taxi was also called, maybe? There's footsteps going along the entire side here in both directions. So they're probably not his. Not exclusively his, just people have like left tracks from walking along this road in general, it seems. He got cigarettes. No. No, he fell from the bridge. He has this torn yellow scrap on his wrist here. And there's a torn yellow thing up here, which I did notice, but I hadn't like really fixated on yet. But you can see that the snow is missing on the handrail. So he went over the rail and cleared the snow, and then he landed on the stairs, where there just coincidentally are cigarettes, like the ones he want. I think the clue here is that he has cigarettes. Oh, they're not even one of the brands, are they? Yeah, Blue Brigandine. Not only does he already have a full set of cigarettes, but they're not the same type. And it looks like the snow here would have had steps on it if he went this far. So he started here. But that doesn't contradict my original idea, just because I thought he went up the stairs, then fell. Well, no, that was my original idea, but then I revised that to the idea that he would have had to come down the stairs and fall because he would have to hit the back of his head and it'd be more dangerous to fall backwards down the stairs. But he can't have been there because there's no footsteps there when we clearly have footsteps everywhere. So the snow is a big clue here, and then this is like the one that points you at that, obviously, because that's what his clothes look like. Okay, so he fell from the bridge. Did not get it on my first try exactly, but I did deduce it without guessing random shit or anything. Everything is correct. While driving home, Deborah and Cyril suddenly noticed the dead body of Sir Isaac Nowak, who had fallen from the bridge above, tearing his yellow shirt sleeve in the process. So that's not even a murder. Actually, it might have been. Like he definitely could have been pushed. And you would suspect it to be murders given what generally happens around here. Oh, hello. Okay, so we can fill in the longer story now. So this is what they've added to give the sequel its identity. So the famous scientist Isaac Nowak was discovered by the Bagman couple. Somebody offered to fund somebody's tuition in exchange for confidentiality about the fact that they'll have been affected by the... Okay, so that... We don't know what that means yet at all. Okay, what's going on up here? Thank you for your cooperation. We are happy to cover Brandon's tuition fees. Brandon Bagman, right? Provided our arrangement lasts. From your side, we expect complete confidentiality about our motivation for funding Brandon. Any breach of this confidentiality will result in a swift termination of funding. Sincerely, the Rare Talent Fund. Okay. So, Brandon Bagman's tuition. This is a red name, so we don't know who offered to fund the tuition because it's a red name, and these are all gray location type things. That Isaac Nowak had been affected by the something. It's gold text, which catches my attention because it makes me wonder if it's going to be the Golden Idol or something like that. But for now, we don't have what we need to continue this. Oop. Hi. This is different. Under construction. A brutal blue-collar departure. Weird robot cranes? Oh, this thing is not stable looking at all. I don't like that it walks around on two little funny legs and it has a giant buzzsaw that you hope doesn't fall on things. Whereas this is more or less classic, although I don't think they're usually separate treads. They're usually one big tread. Which has resulted in the death of foreman Joel Gregson, an upsetting accident. This is Miranda Meadows from New Wells Regional TV. Back to you in the studio. Okay, so Joel Gregson died. There he is. There's Joel, I think. Yep. There's a picture of his face, even though we can't see it. There it is. Oh, there it is. This man is not breathing. Uh-huh. Foreman, fine. You and the boys can end your shift early today to watch the Peel game, but only if you finish dismantling the old sewage pipes in the construction pit first. These are the tasks for this coming Monday, July 14th. Warders should start digging out the old electric cables. Totsky must finally demolish that red garage building. So people are given tasks. Let's go for the names. There's Joel Gregson. Joel Gregson, and then she's Miranda Meadows. And she's the killer! No. That gives us a pretty strong start there. Shit. And we missed the Peel game as well, Ted. It was all for nothing. Did you guys kill this guy out of negligence, but then also didn't even get to watch the thing that you were trying to skip out for? Look, my vehicle's been out of order since yesterday. I requested the repair team. You can check the head office. So you're saying that his vehicle can't have been the one that caused the death because his vehicle hasn't been working, and that's documented. I think we're supposed to figure out which vehicle is responsible for the job. Did they kill the guy to watch a game? So you're saying the vehicle has not been working since July 10th? Let me note this down, Mr. Jenkins. Okay, so this guy's name is Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins. We need to figure out everyone else's name still. Roy Sampson. That part's easy too. Case notes for 1977. So it's still not that modern. It's older than I am, story-wise, but a whole lot more modern than the previous games were. Really, everyone just doesn't want to write narratives where people have smartphones. It was a different world back then. Hey, Roy, come here quick. We got another corpse. It's fresh, but there's something wrong with it. Second body. Alright, Ian Worth. That should be easy. Look at all these nice characters that wear name tags and stuff. Why don't you guys have name tags? Yeah, shit happens, Monty. Shit happens. About how they didn't get to watch the game. So that guy's name is Monty. I didn't notice that they had separate dialogue. Monty. It's the other guy. But you didn't say a name, did you? Ted. I missed that because I'm dumb. There we go. We have Ted and Monty. This guy's Mr. Jenkins. And this guy's note also, unhelpfully, only says half of each person's name. Werther and Totsky. Or Werther and Totsky. Which is a trick that this game loves to constantly go on, is that everybody has two names, or most people have two names in real life. At least in the settings we're going in. And, unhelpfully, they constantly, people constantly only use one of them. And they insist on having both. Hello. Second body. Luke Brown. From the military. There's easy work at the old docks. Asks locals for Hunter Wolf. Benny Crystal. Benny Crystal. This man is not breathing. I think they almost always refer to people that way. There's like, this man is not breathing. That's their not, it's not quite a euphemism, but it's like the way that they avoid quite just saying, this guy is dead, or this guy was murdered. They just state the simple fact, this man is not breathing. Okay, let's see if we can unpack these people. This guy's got a photo of himself in here. So this guy has the yellow machine. Ted. Is there gonna be, okay. I think when I click on each of these, this one's going to unlock a menu where I try to solve who runs each machine as a sub-objective. Safety rules. When operating... There it is. Grade 2 heavy machinery, such as the demolisher, excavator, or cutter. Check the machine's status lights. Report the service team if you see any errors. Okay, so Ted narrowed things down for us, thankfully. What, the yarn ball? Or is it a tennis ball? Huh. Okay. So we have 3 words for these things. I'm gonna say that's the demolisher, that's the excavator, and that's the cutter. That seems pretty straightforward. I don't know what the circle part up here is. Oh, we put each person in one of them. Got it. So we're not actually using names here. Pretty definitively say that this guy right here does the yellow one, unless it's his lover, and he has a photo of them in there. Which, I mean, good on you. Except for the part where he might be a murderer. Actually, he's the only one that's not. Nope. Yeah, you have a 50-50 chance of being the murderer. So not great. Best Bill. That's a hilarious thing. There's a lot of Bills in this world, but you're the best Bill. Okay. And this one's the one that's fucked up. Service light is bad. So we're off. Well, so the cutter is not the murder weapon. And it's this guy. This guy runs the cutter. This guy does the demolisher. There we go. Easy peasy. He was giving everyone a command, so I don't think the foreman ran any of the machines. It also really looks like it seems pretty obvious that this was the demolisher that killed it because of the giant wrecking ball shaped hole in this pipe. So since this is the cutter and it says best Bill, that means this guy's name is Bill Jenkins. Bill, there it is. Oh, there's the sorting button. Okay. The sorting button is still here. Good to know. Because I was like, how do I find a name in this cloud? Oh no. The sorting button goes top to bottom per row. It's a weird order. Okay. We have most names. Now I have enough context where I can probably unpack the instructions here. Werther's here to dig, and Totsky is here to demolish. So it's Ted Werther. Yep. As he runs the excavator for digging, and Totsky right here does the thingy. So Totsky's the murderer, probably, given the everything that we found. So blah blah used the okay. So Monty Totsky used the demolisher on the old pipe. I don't know about old. We'll see about that. This resulted in the death of name Joel Gregson. I don't remember if the first game started off this easy or not, but I guess it's because I already have the vibe down, so we're burning through this early stuff. Following this, the body of blah blah was found unexpectedly. Luke Brown. Uh-oh. Is it the pipe? Oh, the pipe was from down here, so it's the sewage pipe. So, not old pipe. I figured old pipe wasn't right. I think old is also capitalized, so I think it's old docks or something is the actual correct phrasing of that part. You solved the scenario. Foreman Joel needed to remove a sewage pipe, but the cutter vehicle was out of order. Not wanting to miss a peel game, he asked Monty to use this demolisher instead. This led to Joel being crushed by the pipe. Police arrived and, during their investigation, found another fresh body inside the sewage pipe. Whoops. Yeah. What a terrible idea. Well, it wasn't even a murder, yeah, he had a bad idea to help them wrap up early, which is just use the wrong tool for the job, and then he stood in the path of where the object would go and died. That was really stupid. It was stupid to use the wrecking ball there, and it was stupid to stand behind the thing you're swinging your wrecking ball at. Well, that was a unnecessary self-own for everyone involved, really. You have seen his body. It would be a shame if it got out that the man who was an inspiration to the world was just another junkie, like one of those homeless deadbeats. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone, but there are those who might. I suggest you talk to the commissioner. Calling him a junkie? The timeline is non-linear here. We are now going to an earlier event, or we just did an earlier event. During a construction yard accident, the body of some guy. Thankfully, we can revisit these very easily and remind ourselves of what we called people. Luke Brown. More loading time than I remember there being. What's that do? Construction. No, that's constriction. Whoops. Oh, that's interesting, though. Chapter 1, the curse. Okay. So that's our navigation button. Because these games encourage you to be able to, like, pop between different missions to keep track of what's going on. Fuck, what was his name? Luke Brown, right? Was found in a sewage pipe. Afflicted by a strange condition that the police named the... Yeah. This is the chapter spanning question is what is up with this gold word condition. We don't even have anything from the category of words. Like that's a type of word we can't even poke at yet. Let's see. Look at this funny little wolf with a bow. Look at him when he's so angry. He's so angry with his bow. What is your name? RTF. What's your name? Remember the flowers. What's your name? Tell me your name.